Welcome to Azure Tech channel. In this video, yeah, welcome to Azure Tech channel. In this video, we discuss about what is Azure Data Factory, roles of data engineer, opportunities on cloud nowadays, who was going the session, why Azure Data Factory we need. Yeah, these things we discussion about the who think about how learn the cloud technologies. One of the most expensive things in nowadays is Azure opportunities on Azure and what are goes and cloud techers move to the nowadays. What is importance of the cloud technologies? We learn. We see how this particular depths also. Yeah, introduction of this video. In this video, we are going to discuss about the complete overview of Azure Data Factory and roles and responsible data engineer and career growth of Azure Data Engineer. We think, oh, what is Azure, what is mainly Azure, what is Azure Data Factory? Yeah, we will discuss now. Yeah, Azure is one of the cloud service platform. Azure is one of the cloud services provider. It is a core. Azure is a public cloud computing platform with solutions including infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. It can be used for services such as analytical, virtual computing, storage, networking, and much more. It can be used to replace the supplement your on-premise servers. Yes, what is mean by on-premise servers? When you install the SQL Server on your local systems or your local computers, then we call the on-premise SQL Server. This is limited storage of USS. Suppose you have the 1 terabyte of the SQL on-premise server storage. Then we can't put the another 1 GB of data overall the 1 terabyte GB. Yeah. Then we move to the cloud. It's easy to access the storage. Pay as you go, and how much data we need, we will pay the money to the service provider. Then we access the storage from the cloud. Microsoft Azure is usually described as having limitless potential, and unlimited possibilities. Yes, this completely limited potential means we can't. There is no storage limit, unlimited possibilities. We can share the data. We can access data anywhere in the world, right? Yeah. What is Azure Data Factory? Azure Data Factory is a Microsoft cloud service offered by the Azure platform that allows data integration from many different sources. Azure Data Factory is a perfect solution when need you build a hybrid extra transfer load (ETL), extra load transfer (ELT), and data integration pipelines. Yes. Uh, Azure Data Factory, what is can do? It is one of the service provided by Microsoft. We can access the Azure Data Factory, Azure Cloud, and we store the data in that cloud services and transfer the extract load transformation and extract transmit load. These things we do in the Azure cloud services. Why Azure Data Factory we need? It allows you mainly Azure Data Factory. We know allows us to copy the data from many supported sources, both on-premise and cloud services. Transfer the data Transfer the data below example problem paragraphs. Publish the data. They copied the transfer data, sending it to destination and storage or analytic engine. Monitor. Yes, we can also monitor the data. How can you handle the data? Who can share our files? Who can access my files? The data falls using a rich graphical interface. Why do I need Azure Data Factory? Yeah, yes, why we need Azure Data Factory? Yes, one of the most question nowadays. Mm, The data factory is enable for any cloud projects. In almost any cloud project, you will need to perform the movement activities across various networks, on-premise network and cloud. And we know we discussed about few minutes back what is on-premise, and across various services that is form and close different Azure storages. Data factory is particularly a required enables for organizations who are making their first steps in the cloud and whom does try to connect on-premise data with the cloud. For this, Azure Data Factory has no integration runtime engine, a gateway service. It can be installed on-premise if you granted format and secure transfer of the data from any source to and to the cloud. Okay. Sort of the cloud services nowadays, we discuss why Azure data growth is nowadays is good. We just observe these things. Here, graph 2018 is this quantity of 20% just. Now 2019 to quantity of data cloud services uses must increase than the 25 to 2038 2019 quantity of this can shows the data. 2019 just slightly increases to 30. 2020 slightly increases to 30 to 40. 2021 is must increase in the 50 across the almost 50 there. 2022 we see that 50 cross about it. Right? Yeah, overall credit infrastructure spend grew of 34% compared to the year wise positive and get to 59 per billions on quantity of the 2022. We here we observe the importance of cloud services going to the on the cloud IT technologies are hidden and who are knowledge on cloud services that they're hiring ready to hire the candidates nowadays. And I know Dota at Azure cloud engineers and our bulk hiring is there for you candidates. Okay, don't think about it. Just learn and learn where how much you gain the data Azure data factory engineer you get. And nowadays previous organizations are going for data flows and Azure data factory there now, but now is overcome the Databricks also. This is Databricks is the Python architecture and SQL and Scala. This supports the language. We create the clusters from the that for that. We also see that Databricks also. Okay, sure. Who is data engineer? Yeah, we think about it. Who is data engineer? So what is the roles and responsibilities also data engineer? We can discuss now. Data engineer enable data-driven decision making by the collecting, transforming, and publishing data. A data engineer should be able to design, build, operationalize, secure, and monitor data processing system with a particular emphasis on security and compliance, scalability and efficiency, reliability and feasibility, and flexibility and portability. Yes, data engineer can enable data driven on process decision making by the collecting the transferring data and publishing the data. You know, transferring data. He moves the data from on-premise SQL Server to the cloud technologies and virtual machine to the cloud technologies. What are the cloud station providing? We also discussion about the blob storages, various storages and their limitations. Also, we discussed in my our sessions. Don't worry, friends. A data engineer should be able to design, build, operationalize, secure, and monitor data processing system with a particular emphasis on security. He provides emphasis security who can easily access the data and securely access passing the files from the in a cloud services. Efficiency of the data. There is no extra data or loss of the data. We can maintain the scalability and stability of the data we maintain, and flexibility and portability. Flexibility and portability. Portable means is move one place to another place, right? We can we can process the data from cloud service, the various cloud services, and various on-premise servers and various virtual machines. These things we move the data, but in this case, we can transferable data can be scalable and stable. Scalable. No files are missing when the transformation done. No, they can no data can change. For example, I send the hi, but he received the hello. This is the data modification, right? These things are not done when they transfer the data. This handled by the only data engineer. These are the main roles of the data engineers in IT technologies nowadays. Opposites of cloud technologies. Said just when we see cloud opportunities on cloud technology nowadays, we see just click this link. We get this many opportunities, and what are they learning for the technologies, which language suitable for that role, and what technology is goes to use it in particular technologies, right? We get discussed. Cloud companies rising up downing inside the this is the total 24.6 billion dollars can explode from the 6.6 billion US dollars. Yeah, it just compares. Choose why I tell you under stress or the cloud learn cloud technologies. These things nowadays cloud is main important thing in this area, and cloud technologies are the very good opportunities, and pressure can also place it in various multi MNC companies like TCS, Infosys, Pro, and DXC. This, yeah, yeah, shared first as a cloud engineer. Cloud engineer is the basic sense of responsibility, manage the technical process through the provided cloud systems. Worried about the with what aim to process carried about each on-premise technology. He learn what he knowledge is mainly on Python, cloud general network, and manage functions and deeper national virtual networks. Most special to cloud engineering, you should have knowledge about the PHP, Net, .NET, SQL, general networks, and management functions, and a deep understanding of virtual networks. This must and should be the cloud data engineering knowledge knowledge on these things. Now you go to cloud architecture. Cloud architect is another cloud-based career opportunity individually act as a person responsible preparing on cloud computing strategy involves action plans and designs of cloud system. What they going to discuss is the main role of the cloud architect. Architect now they all the process of cloud. What is done for business, what is go for the business. He have such a plans for that project. Uh, what you know knowledge about the should we know through the understanding of DNS, domain name system, TCP, IP protocols, and other aspect of open side by side. You should be also the program like and yes.